had $1 million, if I had $1 million.
824, welcome back. Might need a couple more million to make a dent in this real estate market. Leo Wilk joining us back on the show. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Interesting data that just came out, and we thought it was good timing. Navigating the current real estate market, the BC Real Estate Association saying July home sales across the province dropped, what, 23.9% compared with July of last year.
Yeah.
You're out there, buyers and sellers. What are you seeing? What's changed in the market?
The biggest thing that's changing is, for one, time on market. So, you know, this time last year, even earlier this year, it was like you list on a Monday, you go through the process, you probably sell on a Monday, Tuesday with a couple offers, or you sell in the first couple days. So at the beginning of the year, last year, at this time, it was almost a guarantee you were going to sell with 10 offers at any price. Really, you could do what you want. So time on market's the biggest factor, biggest thing we're seeing change right now, and then just negotiating. Like it is a grind out there for sellers and buyers, and it's how it's supposed to be, which is really, it's kind of a good thing at the end of the day.
What are expectations with time on market? Hypothetical scenario, you're the seller, you're hoping to get this done in a couple weeks, maybe a month, and you've seen your property just sitting there for a couple of months. Yeah. At what point, as a seller, do you start to realize we've got to bring that price down?
You know, it's usually when I meet someone, I say, here's our plan for the first 4 to 6 weeks. Then after that, if we haven't got that, we need to adjust to this unless things have drastically changed. So it's different for everyone. I mean, houses are funny because you price houses based on the numbers, but also a little bit of your gut feeling because houses are so different. Condos are a little more straightforward where it's like, here's the price per square foot. Here's the building sales. If you can't find enough in that building, you got to find a couple other buildings nearby, same age, same quality that match. And then pricing a condo is pretty easy. It's just then you just have to come up with it. Make a strategy that's not just 7 days anymore. You got to go with a longer term strategy, just in case. Plan for the worst, aim for the best. Isn't that what they say?
Well, you're the expert when it comes to this. I mean, current temperature, what you're seeing, condos versus houses, challenges, buyer and seller side. How do they differ? Do they differ?
Yeah, so condos are still selling pretty strong. If you actually check the stats on most markets, most condos in most areas, or in Vancouver anyways, are still a seller's market. Just because they don't sell in 1 to 7 days doesn't mean it's not a seller's market. I don't know the actual data on like what the days on market is, but it's still a seller's market. Detached homes, it's becoming more balanced. If you go to North Vancouver, West Vancouver, it's you know, West Vancouver is a full-fledged buyer's market in everything. North Van, getting there in the detached houses, it really, and we've talked about this before, it depends on the area. Like if you're in one little area like Lower Lonsdale compared to Queensbury, it's 2 different markets sometimes at the end of the day as well.
So for any buyers out there right now that are thinking, okay, getting into September, they want to make their mark, maybe they want to get into the market for the first time, what are some keys to consider given the current climate?
You know, don't be shy to make an offer. If you like a place and it is $100,000 more than your budget, I mean, you fire that offer now. So you really, if it's been on the market for 3 or 4 months anyways, or even if it's been on the market for only 2 weeks, it's seller dependent. If that seller has made a lot of money, a lot of people have, and they're just like, you know what, I don't trust the market. Some people think the market's going down still. They might, you know, be more willing to negotiate. So it's always good. You now can have subjects, you can have inspections, you can have time to read the documentation. It's not such a massive rush. And that's the biggest thing we're noticing. Everyone's just like, yeah, maybe, that's okay. We'll come back in a couple weeks and check it out. So the urgency's gone, which is good for buyers.
And for the seller side that want to get things done? For
the sellers, it's, you know, sharpen your pencil. You do got to price it right. You don't want to price it low right now and go for that multiple offer strategy unless you go really low. But the problem is if you do that, you can't be guaranteed multiple offers anymore. So all of a sudden you price it low for multiples, didn't get them. Now you're the guy who just raised this price after being on the market for a week or so, and everyone knows, you know, everyone knows what you did, and it just makes you, it doesn't make you look good, and people are still going to come in, you know, lower than you've raised your new price to. So it really, you got to really get your strategy right.
And movement overall, I mean, one of the big themes, the mortgage stress test of how it impacted financing. Of all the deals you see out there, that stipulation surrounding financing, how much does that lead to deals essentially falling through, even if the intention is pure?
We are seeing a lot more deals fall through because of financing now. And again, it used to be everyone was going subject free. Now there is subject to financing. And what I found a lot is someone was approved 4 or 6 months ago and they thought they were okay. All of a sudden they make an offer and I get a call saying, oh, they didn't get the financing. I go, well, I thought you said they had the financing. Oh, I thought they did. So we're finding that you need to make sure you get reapproved and make sure that you know when that time is up for your buyer or yourself if you're buying, because things have changed and all of a sudden you can't afford what you might think you can anymore.
Okay, scratching the surface here. Leo Wilk, realestate.com for more resources. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right, we'll take a break.